Hi, I'm Scott, and I want to talk about hypnosis education and what you should look for when you're researching hypnosis educational opportunities. Because there are three real categories of hypnosis educational resources that you should be aware of. And I want to give you a quick outline of all three so your research can be more effective. Now, this is important. They are not a hierarchy. Each one has strengths and weaknesses, and you should be aware of that. And the first one is at the most basic level is the hypnosis instructor. The hypnosis instructor or the hypnosis trainer is an individual who teaches classes. They've been certified through a program of some sorts, hopefully, and they'll say they're certified by one or another organization or board. And this is what I did for many years. And they will either go to other schools and teach as a special guest, or they'll put on an event of their own, maybe in their conference room or maybe at a hotel. I think a great example of a wonderful hypnosis instructor is Roy Hunter. Now, Roy does not have a school. He doesn't hold courses every weekend at his own location or facility. He goes to facilities, he goes to locations. He is invited as a special guest to train all over the world. And I think he's a wonderful example of great instruction where he is the mobile component. All right. The next example of this is what I call the Intermittent School. And the Intermittent School is a school that's run by a professional hypnotist usually. And they see clients in their office, and then they have a conference room or a classroom or a break room that they've set up chairs and tables and maybe a whiteboard or something like that. And they teach classes out of that. And that might be once a week, or that might be once a month or once a quarter or whatever it is. It might be very scheduled. It might be less scheduled. And they'll teach classes. Now, often in those cases, they'll be bringing in hypnosis instructors to teach as a special guest. Roy Hunter coming into one of those is an example that's where he often goes. And when I was a hypnosis instructor, I would go to those as well. And a great example of those is Catherine Zimmerman. She used to be up in Sacramento. She's moved now further south to San Diego. But when she was up in Sacramento, she had me come up a number of years ago, and it was wonderful. She had a great classroom set up. She had all the paperwork, all the handouts. Everything was well organized, and I got to teach. And it was great for me as an instructor. It was great for her, hopefully, and her students. And it's a very symbiotic relationship for the instructor, the intermittent school, and the students. So that's that. And the third example is the ongoing school. Now, the ongoing school is much more rare in the hypnosis profession. And the ongoing school is categorized by a school that literally has something happening every single day. Not just weekly or monthly, but every day there are things that you can be learning at in that program. And I think it is much more of a program. Now, one example of that is HMI. Now, I've been fortunate enough to teach at HMI and to be a guest there. And they have a wonderful program and a very dedicated team that put on great educational opportunities. It was founded by John Kappas. It is now being continued on by his son, George, who has done great work for hypnotists and hypnosis education. Another ongoing school is, of course, the one that I helped co-found a few years ago, and that's HPTI. And HPTI and HMI as ongoing schools are more structured programs. And you can take classes as an extension, sort of a la carte programs, or you can run through a more rigorous training. And I want to separate that from another thing that some people get confused with, which is like a DVD home study course, where you buy a DVD course and then you mail in a test or something like that. And that's a fine thing. It's a good thing. It's if that's what you want to do. And that falls under the first category. That falls under the category of the trainer or the instructor. So just be aware of that. That's where you should think of these things in sort of these three silos. And keeping these things in these three silos, it will make it easier for you to do your homework and to make it easier for you to figure out where you want to learn. Now, you might find a couple instructors that you really want to study with. That you look them up, you've seen their work, and either you can help make them come to where you are, or you can go to them. that's possible. You could find a couple intermittent schools near you, and as you do that, maybe you can help them bring those people. Or you can just find out who's on their calendar, and you could go take a couple classes there. Maybe you get connected with one of the ongoing schools, and you could see what classes are coming up, and you could find more and more classes more and more often, and you could get through a lot more content in the time while you're waiting for one of those other instructors. Or maybe those instructors are teaching at the ongoing schools as well, because they have more data to go through every month. They might have a larger faculty. So these are the kinds of things that you should be looking for. And depending on where you are in your career, where you are in your educational experience, and where you are on the planet, you have different opportunities in these different categories. So do your homework on these. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, you can find me at hypnothoughts.com, which is of course free, and of course hpti.org. So I'm Scott Sandland. I hope this video helps, and have a great day.